Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 21st of May. So we'll start off with green. We'll start off with EURUSD. Let's see exactly what to expect to be happening. So we'll look at it from the daily. As you can see, the price actually hit our take profit. We had a take profit here. Here we have some resistance here. We have a resistance. We have a resistance. This is a very good place we want to sell from. So we had some resistance here, we had a resistance here, we had a resistance here, and as long as the price does not clearly ascend and close beyond this level 1.09808, we actually expect price to move to the losses. So while the price is still being held below this level, expect a continuation at this point, and should the price break above, expect it to retrace back, then continue to the upper side up to this point. So we actually have some shape here. This is a consolidation area. We have a shape here, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. We have a support, a support, a support, a support. As long as the price does not clearly break beyond this zone, we are only waiting for a sell and a buy from the bottom. So the next symbol, GBP/USD. GBP/USD, we had a sell previously. We had a shape here previously. This was like a very good trend line, a support. There was a break, we had a retracement, and this gave us the correct place to look for a sell. So as long as the price remains below this shape, especially after the break below this point, as long as the price is held the zone which I'm currently drawing, we do expect price to proceed to the lower side. So as it is now, to a sell, we are into the sell which we took previously. We expect that sell to take price up to this point here. So a support, a support, a support, there's a break below, there's a retracement, and as long as the price remains within this area, expect a sell up to 1.14562. So GBP/USD is a sell. We have EURUSD also, we are a weak daily resistance. Let's check USD/JPY. This is still upwards. So with this, I'll draw a trend line. Looks really good. We had a resistance at this point. We had a resistance. We had a resistance here. We had a resistance here, and then from the bottom we have some support. From this point we had a support here, we had a support here, and just in the recent past we had a support here. So what this means is we do expect price to come back up to this point. If you're on this chart now, expect price to continue to the upper side up to this resistance, where you're supposed to look for a sell towards this level here. So basically this should be the correct place to look for a sell from, and then this should be the correct place to look for a buy from. So a support, a buy, a resistance, a sell. Let's check the next is gold. So gold, so far we expected price to continue upwards, especially after the break beyond this level, as it is now, you can see that the price is actually pulling back to the lower side. So we did have a resistance here, a resistance. There was this break above, there was a retracement, and then there's this slight continuation. And as I'm speaking now, the price is currently pulling back to the same place. So this still remains to be the correct place to look for a buy. This remains to be the correct place we want to look for a buy from. So if you're on this chart now, expect price to pull back up to the line which I've just drawn, the red line which I've drawn. Expect a possible pullback up to that level. So the next symbol is Brent oil. So this is upwards. If you check the first, this is in line with what we said previously. We had a resistance here, good resistance here, also had a resistance here, and then we had a support, a resistance, there's a break, there's a support. So this was the correct place. As you remember yesterday, we actually recommended a buy while the price was here. If you bought it, the price has gone your way, and expect more continuation to the upside. Or if the price pulls back to the same place, that is, should the price retrace back up to this level, then that will still give us the correct place we want to pick a buy from. So let's see what we have on the next symbol. We look at this SP500. As it's gapped above a key level, we did have a resistance here on the first, a resistance, there's a break above, there's a retracement. So far the price is slightly below the same place where it broke beyond. So this is still a buy in my opinion. We just need price to clearly rise above this level for the second time. If the price goes up above this red line here, then that will mean we are simply waiting for retracement, and then we continue buying it. As it is now, we are into a buy. I don't recommend any sell position even if the price remains below that red line temporarily, but should the price break above, then we'll simply wait for some pullback before we continue buying it, expecting price to move even higher. So let's see the strength meter. I want to see exactly what's happening with the strength meter. We do have it here. So today, as I'm speaking now, we have Canadian dollar, they being the strongest, and then we have the US dollar being the second strongest. Then we have NZD is the weakest, and then we also have JPY as the most weakest. So today we are trading a combination, the Canadian dollar and the New Zealand, or US dollar and the Japanese yen, also, or any of this, as long as it's amongst these two. So according to the trend, we have Euro USD, we have an active uptrend, and then we also have Euro JPY, an active uptrend, Euro GBP, an up. Then we have GBP CHF, GBP CAD, GBP AUD, GBP NZD, all of them we are in a downtrend. Then we have all the AUDs, we have somehow an uptrend. Then there is CHF JPY, where we have an active uptrend. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. We'll meet again tomorrow at the center. So thank you. See you.